so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much. If you want to talk about the progress that have come in that contraption since after the Civil War, it is only in Biafrand land. At least Biafrand land, after being destroyed and made like a place that human being cannot exist, Biafrans were able to rebuild themselves again. They were able to rebuild their towns again, rebuild their cities again. They emerged strong again. Even after they strip out all their money, they emerged strong again, and they are still holding the economy. If there is any part of that contraption that have succeeded or have a story to tell, it is the Biafran people. Only Biafran people have experienced progress since after the Civil War. What progress can you not talk about in Nigeria? The so-called Nigeria. What progress can you talk about? Compared to the resources they've been stealing from Biafran land from that very time up to date. If you check the resources they have been stealing and investing on themselves from that time to date, what do they have to show? The only thing they have to show you is Asorok. Asorok is the only thing they have to show you. What else? They can't even boast of an airline. Something as little as an airline, they can't boast about it. Then one thing you can say that is a progress that I have made since that Civil War. Even unity, having unity since after that Civil War to date, there has not been any unity. They are still crying for unity. Nigeria is still crying for unity since after the Civil War to date, and it will not come anywhere. It will not come anywhere. Since that time up to date, they have not been able to produce a pin. They have not been able to produce a pin, say they are manufacturing this. They have not. But within that 3 years of the Civil War, Biafrans were able to make production. They built so many nuclear weapons by themselves. They equipped themselves. They built their own refineries. Within that very time, so many things was built within that 3 years. But after the Civil War, all those things was quashed by the Nigerian state. The Nigerian state makes sure that they destroy all those things. So many of them now who were able to escape now and get out of the country now, they are doing exploits. The man that built the fastest computer was a Biafran child. The fastest computer on the planet Earth today, Dema Wale, is a Biafran man that built it. He was there during the Biafran War. He was a child then. The man that built the fastest computer. But since after the Civil War today, what achievement had the contraption called Nigeria? But they have not made any achievement. At least in Biafran land, you still have the Inoso Moto. Inoso Moto is making cars, assembling and creating cars. With all the restriction and all the hindrances, a Biafran was still able to establish that. But in those areas, the Nigerian that is stealing every wealth you have in Biafra land, they have access to the wealth. They have access to the what? Tell me one tangible thing you can tell me that they have done since that Civil War. They were able to say they conquered Biafra and they took over Biafra land. Since that time today, tell me one single thing they have been able to do. Just mention one. The only thing they succeeded in doing is to establish different kinds of terrorist groups. They created different kinds of terrorist groups, established different kinds of terrorist groups at every point, at every time. That is the only achievement they have made, and they continue to make. You see why every one of us, Biafran, should focus and wake up. And I thank you, Kogawa, today, that even some other indigenous tribes are waking up. Our Odudua brothers are waking up. I don't think any war will arise tomorrow now and you see Odudua people going against the Biafran people. It's not going to happen. Forget about what Tinubu and his school and his towns are doing in Lagos. Whatever Tinubu and his town are doing in Lagos is personal to him. It's not for Odudua people.
I thank God that people are waking up. In the middle belt today, middle belt, you see the way middle belt is bleeding. You see the way middle belt is bleeding on daily basis. And you think that middle belt can wake up and support them in anything against the Biafran people. The middle belt are more than ready to get out of the zoo to protect their land and defend their land. I don't know what is going to happen to them when Otto finally leaves power. If someone Otto finally leaves power and they get an APC man in Benue State, I wonder what is going to happen in that area. They have already started. The signal is already there. As soon as they have won, seen that their own man have won the election, they resume attack in Benue State. Lives are being lost, right, left, and center. You see why it is very important. Even this message of preaching is not only for Biafrans. Every indigenous tribe in that contraption called Nigeria should wake up. Wake up from your sleep. You have slept for a very, very long time. Wake up and face reality. Time has come that every one of us must put our hand on deck and break this very contraption peacefully. Break it up. Let every region go to their own separate ways and grow at their own speed. It doesn't matter what you want to practice. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter your religion. If you want to have a caliphate, it is good. There's nothing wrong about it. As long as your people in your area agree with it, go ahead with it. That will not stop us from visiting. That will not stop us from doing business if we choose to. Let every region be on their own. Establish the government that is very suitable for them. Establish and pursue that direction which is suitable for them. That is what we are calling for. So when you hear people talking about the breakup of Nigeria, these are the people who are very much concerned about the life of ordinary people in that contraption. The people who are not concerned about you will be talking about breakup. Everyone that is preaching one Nigeria is preaching one Nigeria because of his or her selfish interest. Either because he has a business interest in Nigeria, either because his brother, his uncle is contesting in one post or the other, or he's expecting to have a position to defraud others. That is it. Or his crime is being covered in that contraption. And when they find out these people who have one bad thing or the other in their lane, when they begin to talk about one Nigeria, you think they are saying it for you. They are not saying it for you. It is for their own selfish interest. And I don't know why it is very hard for people to understand. Look at, for example, in this their political system, some of our Biafran brothers who said that it wasn't the right time for them to have any Igbo presidency, they even came out to say that there's nothing wrong in having a Muslim ticket. That's, you know, all of a sudden, when they got to their own turn now to fight for a position, they begin to see that it is wrong to have a Muslim post in everywhere. What does that tell you? Selfishness, self-centeredness, greed. It is just about them. Even when they preach one Nigeria, they saw their brother coming forward to be a president. If you mean well, what you have to do is to support your brother. But what did they do? They never supported him. Even if you don't want to support him openly, you don't castigate him openly, and you don't stand on his way. But they did all that. They did all that because, number one, they are all corrupt. Number two, the people we were talking about have all their blacklists and black papers. It's a question of a phone call. Do this. If you don't do it, you go to jail. Somebody like Joseph Okaro, they can send him to jail at any time. Rochas Okorocha can go to jail at any time. Name them. Today you saw Ekweremadu. Ekweremadu is in jail in the UK. Who again? I don't know where that one is. He has just disappeared after contesting for election. He disappeared. Right from the time he began to aspire to be a governor or begin to dialogue with the governors, he disappeared. Who again do you have as a voice in Biafra that speaks for you? Just mention one person. None of them. All this we saw, and we told the London boy, go and sit down. If you want to be a president, wait until when Biafra comes, you can become the president of Biafra. He refused. He said he wants to make a difference. He said he wants to do what Dr. Nazikiwe didn't do. He wants to do what Agiro said did not do. He wants to do what our eternal leader Dimodbugejugu did not do. Today, where is he? Where is he today? Today, he cannot even stand up and speak in the open. He can't even boldly come out and even say, speak openly what transpired in the election. Even with all his silence, they still try to detain him in the UK. The same UK that preach democracy everywhere. The same UK that preach the rule of law. They try to detain him. Somebody who is as popular as him. Somebody who has lived with them for very long. They know him. Who has spoken in their Chatham house. And they say that somebody was impersonating him. They detained Peter. Somebody was impersonating him. They didn't show us the video of where they captured the person impersonating him. They didn't show us where the person is. They didn't tell us who the person was when he did that. No information. They just wake up and say that somebody was impersonating him. And for that, they detain him. And still, it is not sinking into his head that he has to speak about Biafra. I don't know what is wrong with them. They call themselves intellectuals, yet they have nothing in their brain. Look at our beloved sister, Chimamanda. Chimamanda is there. She has a voice. Chukwu have placed her in a state that she can make a point, raise an alarm, and the whole world will pay attention. But how many times have Chimamanda raised alarm for what is happening in Biafra land? How many times have Chimamanda raised alarm on the life of the Biafran people, the dehumanization, the attacks that is going against Biafran people, the way lives and property are destroyed, the denial that is happening, even in this present one of the election? Why would she say it? What she is scared of? Even as she was dodging to make statement about Biafra, dodging to make statement about the Igbos, dodging, they still trapped her and brought her into that statement. So why are you running away from it? Even as she was trying to be neutral, she want to be a one Nigerianist in her statement and everything, still they dragged her and brought her, land her into Biafra, and Igbo Biafra. So why are you running away from your shadows? That is whom you are. You can't run away. Use that voice. That voice you are using. That voice you are using to talk to the American government and they listen. That voice, use it and speak about what is happening in Biafra land. Today, houses of innocent Biafrans are being burned down. Today, Biafran people are losing their life. Even if the person committed a crime, there's no law that says that person should not answer his judgment. Why don't you arrest the person and take him to law court to face the judgment? What law in Nigeria was enacted that says that when you see somebody who you feel you don't want, you should burn his house and destroy it? But this is what is going. A mere identifying yourself as a Biafran person, you are a gunner. Just as somebody pointed there and said you're a member of IPOB, they gun you down. This is happening. And all these elites know about it. Chimamanda knows about it. Why don't she use her voice and speak? You have a voice. Chukwukama has given you a voice. You are an Igbo Biafran. You can't deny it. No matter how you try to run away, you can't run away. Look at how you are hiding. Making your own speech very neutral when you were talking to them about their so-called election. In your dream, you think they will elect you. In your dream, they will elect your brother to be a president in a country that is not his. Why don't you use that voice? Channel that voice where it will have effect. How I wish she can be using that her voice, be talking, saying the right word about Biafra. Why our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, will be doing exactly what he's doing today? Look at the diplomatic moves he's making. In just a short while, within a short space of time, look at the achievement that Master Simon Ekpa has made. In a short while, look at how he has taken over everywhere. Look at how far he's going, how deep he's going. Look at the impact he's creating, the awareness he's creating. Master Simon Ekpa came out from nowhere. Look at the impact he's making. You that is being celebrated in the world and given a voice and a name, why don't you use it for Biafran people? And it's not only her. There are so many other people, so many Biafrans all over the world doing exploit. And they are silent about the situation of their people. The rejection, the dehumanization, the loss of lives, they are silent because it has not happened for you. It has not happened to you. You are waiting for it to happen to your direct and immediate brother or sister before you begin to speak. If that is what you want, it will happen. Just wait. It's a question of time. It will get to everybody. If what you are waiting is that you want your brother, direct brother, to experience it before you can speak, wait for it. It is coming. It is coming, since that is what you want before you speak. The stage we are now is when every one of us have to wake up. As long as you are a Biafran, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. It doesn't matter what you believe. Freedom is what we must pursue. Pursue freedom by all means possible. Enough of the blackmail propaganda and speaking of irrelevant things. Create topics about the Biafran people. Create topics on the destruction of Biafran people and the destruction of life of Biafrans. There are so many things to talk about. Talking about Master Simon Epa distracting is irrelevant. You are distracting yourself. Speaking about your own brother, calling him names and pushing lie against your own sister is irrelevant. Today, we are moving on. On the level that we are today, it is no time for propaganda, blackmail, and no, we are moving ahead because Biafra will be brought. Our spokesperson, Master Simon, said it, and he meant every word that he said. When he said what he said, people thought it was a joke. When he said that he's not going to fight for Biafra forever, that he came with Biafra with a purpose and target, and he said that he's going to pursue that target. And when you see the way he's acting, he's actually working towards the target that he has. When he tells you that Biafra is going to come this year, he doesn't just say it and fold his hands, just like people who just pray without doing nothing. Many people pray today, they pray for good luck, pray for this and pray for that, and they fold their hands and sit back. You don't do that. Master Samuel gave that promise, and you can see him on daily basis, walking around the clock, on daily basis, from one meeting to the other, from one engagement to the other, making waves to see that he pursues that target which he has. The only thing you can do for him as a Biafran is to support him the best way you can. Continue to pray for him. Continue to support our new Prime Minister of the government in exile. Support it. Support it. That will give you hope. That will give you strength. That will lead us to the direction that we are looking forward to. That victory we are hoping for, it is coming. All you got to do today is to key in, embrace it, and do what you're supposed to do. And I tell you, the sky will be your limit. We are going home, whether they like it or not. May Chukwu continue to guide and protect every one of you that have been able to join me on this broadcast. I appreciate you. I thank you. Please share the broadcast on your platform. Share the broadcast to family and friends. Share the broadcast to anybody that's closer to you, so that in our next broadcast tomorrow, they can be able to join us. This very platform is a new one. I've not been doing live here. I used to do my live on King David Exploit Expose. But in King David, they have suspended us. We can't be able to do live there. So many of our platform are under attack. So I am broadcasting here. Please help me to share the video. Share it in any WhatsApp group you are, in any platform you are. Share it so that by tomorrow, when we are doing our program, we will have more people to join us. I appreciate every one of you who has spent his or her time with me tonight. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to secure you. You will see Biafra. You will never lose your life. Every one of you that was able to join this very program today, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama, keep on fighting. Be focused. Focus on our freedom. That is the greatest thing that matters to us. Every other gossip is irrelevant. Our freedom. Today, Biafran people have chosen a prime minister, Master Simon Epa. I beg you to follow him and support him the best way you can. Support our ESN. And once again, I appreciate every one of you that made a contribution for ESN yesterday. Every Biafran who has made contribution for ESN yesterday, I say, may Chukwu Okike replenish you in 1,000 folds. Whatever contribution you made to Biafran struggle, you will never, ever lose it. Chukwu Okike will give it back to you in 1,000 folds. May Chukwu Okike and protect every one of you, mainly those who are watching from Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect you and secure you. No evil shall befall you. If you are watching from any part of Biafra land, if you're watching from any part of Europe, any part of America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Russia, whichever part of the world you are connecting us to, I say, may Chukwu Okike continue to keep you. You are going to march into Biafra with us very, very soon. And no weapon formed of fashion against you shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the Biafran people, the Oduduwa people, the people who are genuinely seeking for freedom. May Chukwu and protect them. Protect the ESN. Protect our army on the ground. Protect every force that is fighting for Biafra on the ground. Protect our media warriors. Protect our Umwanda. Protect them and give them the strength to continue to fight on until we get our freedom. May Chukwu Okike continue to protect and guide and protect our new Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect him, give him more wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Continue to give him more wisdom, 1,000 men wisdom. Let it be increased in him. Let Chukwu Okike give him the strength to continue to take the difficult decision when it is time. May Chukwu Okike guide him, protect him, secure him spiritually and physically. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. We commit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the hand of Chukwu Okike. No evil shall befall Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every plan against him shall be thwarted. Whatever weapon they threw against him, whatever poison they inject in him, will never have effect. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bring him back to us very, very soon. No weapon fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our new Prime Minister will prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will prosper. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. I appreciate you. See you again tomorrow by the special grace of God. Thank you so much and stay safe. Bye-bye.